Welcome back to another Porsche car whisperer video. Today is my first video in a series of videos that I'm going to be creating on the model year 2023 changes. Last year I made the model year 2022 changes and those seem to be pretty popular, so we're going to continue with that every single year. So today we're going to be covering what are some of the differences we're going to find on the Porsche Macan from model year 2022 to 2023. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we're going to start off very similar to as we did last year in those model change videos, and we're going to talk about when can we expect these Macans to be arriving at your local Porsche dealers, and of course a big and very important proponent for you, the consumer, is the pricing, and how is the pricing going to change from model year 22 to 23. Unfortunately, it's always typically going up and not going down. So the start of the sales for model year 2023 started in April 27th, 2022. So as of that date, you can now spec a 23-year model Macan, and the 22s have now been dropped off. So if you're speccing your cars, you're looking at a 23. Now, when are these cars going to start going into production? Well, it's going to be in July of this year. You'll start seeing these cars go into production, and we're going to expect them here in August of 2022. They're going to start being phased in as the 2022s are going to be phased out. So that's when we'll start seeing them here at most of the Porsche dealers, is here in August of this year. Now, like I talked about, the pricing, that's always something that's pretty big here, as it's always typically going up. So for this model year, we have Macan, a new edition, Macan T, Macan S, and Macan GTS. So the Macan has been a price increase from the model year 2022 of about $2,600. It's now starting at $57,500. We have the Macan T that is starting at $63,100. We have the Macan S that is at $68,400. That's a $3,000 increase from the previous model year. And we have the Macan GTS at $82,900. That's a $3,000 price increase from model year 2022 as well. Now, there is a pretty big add now that is going to be standard on the model year 2023 vehicles, and that is adaptive cruise control. So that is going to include emergency braking as well as something called traffic jam assist, which we'll be talking about here in a moment. But I know a lot of us have been wanting adaptive cruise control and that emergency braking feature, as it's a very big safety features, especially if you're falling asleep at the wheel or maybe texting and driving, as we all know you shouldn't be, but you may be, that it will have emergency stopping. So that is a huge, huge add that is now standard. So that's going to help take part of that load of the price increase. Now, we also have the reoffering of the LTE module as well as the SIM card there in the center console. Before, we didn't have it because of the semiconductor shortage. They're now adding it back for model year 2023. We also have the removable or lockable wheel bolts. Now that is an option. So you'll see that under the wheel accessories, it's $60. In the past, we've always had that as standard, but it looks like now it's a $60 option. So that's something I would highly, highly recommend, is optioning that wheel bolts that are lockable, one on each wheel. So be on the lookout for that under the wheel accessories in the configurator. We've also got these 21-inch 911 turbo design wheels that are being added to the offering. That's a really, really beautiful wheel, really aggressive, almost a little bit more aggressive Spyder wheel that we've had in the past. So be on the lookout for that when you're configuring your Porsche Macan. Now, about that lane keep assist as well as traffic jam assist. This is huge if you're going in bumper-to-bumper traffic with adaptive cruise control active, from speeds up from approximately 10 miles an hour up to about 35 miles an hour. I'm not going to discuss about too much what traffic jam assist is in today's video. I'm going to leave that for a later video. But this is going to help us stop and slow the car when you're in those big traffic jam situations. So that's a really nice add that is coming as part of that standard adaptive cruise control. Now, we also have the smartphone compartment with wireless charging. You've been able to add this as previous offerings, but now they've cut the price from $580 now down to $270. So that's a pretty big cut in price. So probably something I would just add at this price point, $270. I think that's a pretty good add. Just like I talked about in my self-steering park assist video, it's only under $390. In terms of the overall percentage of the car, this $390 and the $270, it's not going to be that much. So if you guys want to check out my video on self-steering park assist, you can check the link up here right above. I'm going to be doing a build video here shortly for you guys as well, so maybe you can see what some of the things I'd be adding for model year 2023. Now, for the exterior and interior material updates, we have the addition of chalk as well as carmine red on the GTS interior package, including the GTS Sport package. So something to be on the lookout for. We've now added chalk as well as carmine red. Now the GTS exterior package is now in satin black. We all have kind of seen that in the lower front fascia, the rear lower fascia, and then also those sport design side skirts. So that's always a really nice aggressive look that we have on the Macan GTS. Now, something that we're adding but also taking away is a new color. We now have copper ruby metallic. That is replacing mahogany metallic. So that is no longer an offering that is available. And then we're also taking away a color that I know a lot of you love, and that is Miami blue. So starting with December, that color is now going to be phased out. So you can still get a model year 2023 with the Miami blue color, but you better order it in a very early in the model year because that's going to be phased away. So I know a lot of us are pretty sad about that, as that's been a pretty popular color for a long time. So that pretty much wraps up all the changes for model year 2023. It's a pretty short list compared to how it was on model year 2022, as that was a pretty big refresh. So if you guys have any questions, as always, please leave them down in the comments below. Really appreciate you guys watching these videos, and we'll see you guys in the next model year 2023 changes video. Thanks for watching.